Today I want to talk to potential clients who've never ever worn lash extensions and possible questions that you may have about lash extensions. So the first thing we're going to talk about, we're going to explain the difference between your strip lashes, your individual lashes, and then your lash extensions. Your strip lashes, of course, is a lash or lashes that are on a strip. So you can either use glue to bond them to you, or I have these water-based strip lashes, which you apply with water. We also have the individual lashes. The individual lashes are applied with glue. They're applied on a cluster of your lashes, and they last longer than the strip. Next, we have the actual lash extensions. With the lash extensions, we're gonna take one single hair fiber and place on your single natural eyelash. The next thing you want to do is find someone or a place that is reputable as far as lash extensions. Someone that may have a reputation of doing good lashes, or you have friends that go to that person and actually love that person as their lash artist. With lashes, it's done around the eyes, so you don't necessarily want to go to any and everybody. You want to do your research on there, but again, if you have friends or if you have family that go to somebody and they give them a good review, then you can do your research on them and try them out yourself as well. The next thing you want to consider is cost. Cost of lash extensions can be pricey depending on the person or the company that you go to, or even the area that you live in. The area that I live in, lashes can range from anywhere to $100 to $250, depending on the type of lash extensions that you get. If you go up north, they can start out at $200 and go up from there. You also want to consider the price of the fills when you're researching your person or company that you're going to for your lash extensions. Again, it can get pretty costly, so a lot of my clients, what they do is they put it in their budget. So they know every 2 weeks, okay, this is how much I have to pay for my lashes. Now, you do also have to consider the care that you take of your lashes. So if you're coming in for a 2-week fill and you've lost more than 50% of your lash extension, then just be aware there will be an upcharge. So say for instance, my price for my 2-week fills are $45. But if you come in and you have lost more than 50% of your lashes, it's gonna be more than $45 for that fill. So that's also something you can consider. The next thing that I want to talk about is extensions are not the same for everyone. You can see a picture on my page, you can see a picture on someone else's page on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, anything like that. And you can tell your lash artist, I want this look. Just be mindful that that look may not look the same for you. You can achieve something closely to that, but it may not be the same exact look. And the reason why is because everybody lashes are different. You may have one person who has 120 lashes on each eye. Then you may have another person who only has 60 to 80 lashes on per eye. So the person with 120 lashes, if they get a full look, which means every single eyelash, then they're just gonna have a full glam look versus the person that only has 60 to 80 per eye. Their lashes are not gonna look as full. So you also want to consider that as well. We're already talking about the numbering of lashes. Then we're gonna go into the number of lashes to enhance. So there are a lot of different ways to enhance. The natural, most common that everybody is getting to start out is classic lashes. Classic lashes gives you a feel of what you're looking for, what you're gonna be looking for, how you're gonna look with the lash extensions. Classic lashes just gives you that look. It's, hey, I have lashes on. It's not gonna give you a lot of volume, but they'll be noticeable. You'll have the more length. The more lashes you have though, they're gonna give you more volume. And it also depends on the thickness of the lash that has been used. Next, you have volume lashes, and there are different ranges of volume lashes. With the different ranges of volume lashes, it can go up all the way to from 2D all the way up to 9, 10D. It goes into mega volume. So it just depends on the look that you are going for with that. If you want something a little bit more full and you don't have a lot of lashes, then I would suggest trying a hybrid or complete volume lashes. Now, what is a hybrid? A hybrid is when you're mixing your classic lashes and your volume lashes together to give you a little bit more volume. The volume lashes are just what they are. They're volume lashes, and again, from 2D all the way up to mega volume lashes. Now, with the mega volume or things like that, you're gonna have like a really bold look, like you're gonna be able to tell that you have lashes. People with less lashes can also get a mega volume look. You just need to make sure that the lash technician knows how to do it and the correct thickness of the lash that they need to use. So the enhancement is going to be different depending on if you're getting classic, if you're getting hybrid, if you're getting volume or mega volume. Then we have the different curls. With the different curls are your different looks. You have the most common that you have are C curl, D curl, CC curl, D curl. There also is a J and there also is a L. Now the difference in between those, your lash tech can explain those to you, but most times your lash tech is probably going to use any of the C's or D's. Sometimes they use a little bit of the J's. Now the L curl, it sounds just like it is. It's an L-shaped lash. I find that that works best with most Asian clients because of the shape of their eyes. So that's something that you should discuss with your lash tech as well. The different sizes, they range anywhere from, I guess, 6 or 7 millimeter all the way up to 17. Now, this is very important that you discuss this with your lash tech as far as knowing what lengths are good for you and what length you should be using. You don't want to use anything that is too long for your lashes, because once the lash starts growing out, it's going to get too heavy and it could damage your natural lash, and that's not what you want. You don't want your lashes to fall off or do premature shedding of your natural lash because that lash is too heavy for your lash. Also, let's go back as far as the different sizes. You don't want anything too thick for your eyelashes as well, because that can also damage your lash. You can go into more details about that with your lash tech, so that can all be explained to you as well. The enhancement is going to be different depending on if you're getting classic, if you're getting hybrid, if you're getting volume or mega volume. Then we have the different curls. With the different curls are your different looks. You have the most common that you have are C curl, D curl, CC curl, D curl. There also is a J and there also is a L. Now the difference in between those, your lash tech can explain those to you, but most times your lash tech is probably going to use any of the C's or D's. Sometimes they use a little bit of the J's. Now the L curl, it sounds just like it is. It's an L-shaped lash. I find that that works best with most Asian clients because of the shape of their eyes. So that's something that you should discuss with your lash tech. Another thing is, after you've had the procedure done, you need to not get them wet for 24 to 48 hours. No saunas, no hot steamy showers or anything like that, because that causes them not to last. It's gonna take about 24 to 48 hours for the adhesive to properly bond. Now, if you're going to saunas or you're taking hot steamy showers, then that's gonna cause the lashes to not bond properly, and then you're not gonna have a good retention. You always wanna do everything to have good retention. Mascara. I tell all my clients mascara is a no. But if you're insisting on using mascara, you need to use a water-based mascara, not waterproof mascara, but a water-based mascara. Anything, any type of oils or anything like that, it's gonna break down the adhesive and you're not gonna have good retention on that. And again, you want the retention, the best retention as possible, because if not, you're gonna spend a lot of money going in to get your fills. Okay. Washing and cleaning your face. It's very simple. Whatever you use around your eyes, no oil-based products. There are a lot of different things that you can do actually for your face and your skin. It's not oil-based or anything like that. It's safe to use around your lashes. I also like to tell my clients to use this. Another good thing is Dermalogica. I use Dermalogica. Dermalogica does not mess up the retention of my lashes. I actually sometimes, if I'm in a hurry, I clean my lashes with Dermalogica. So it's good. My lashes don't come out. But you want to make sure anything that you use does not have an oil base on it, because it will break down everything. Cleaning your eyelashes is very important that you take care of your eyelashes when you get them. I have a lot of new clients that come to me that have worn lash extensions for a while that does not know that they need to clean their lashes. There is a thing such as lash shampoo, which I also sell. The lash shampoo helps you to get any dirt, any oil, or anything like that from off of your lashes, so that you will have a good retention on your lashes. I posted it a little while ago, but I will also post it again, the video for cleaning your lashes. You want to make sure that your lashes stay clean at all times, so you have the best retention as possible. But again, you don't want to clean your lashes within that first 48 hours, because you don't want to submerge them within a lot of water. So you just kind of want to wait. You actually want to clean your lashes pretty often, especially if you wear makeup, if you wear eyeliner, if you wear any liquid foundations or anything like that, any oily skin, you need to clean your lashes. The thing with your lash extensions, there are going to be different product use. So when you're researching your person or the company that you want to use for your lash extensions, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go in for skin testing. With the skin testing, it will determine if you are eligible for a lash extension. Everyone is not a potential client for lash extensions, only because you may not be able to use the glue. If you're allergic to latex, you're probably not a client that would be able to use to get lash extensions. And you want to do the skin testing because if you have an allergic reaction to it, there could be swelling, there could be itching and things like that, and you don't want it to get to the extreme to where you're not able to bear the lash extensions. The next thing that I want to talk about when we're talking about the skin testing, you can get skin tested, you can be a candidate for lash extensions, but you can grow an allergy to the lash extensions. I've actually had a couple of clients that had been getting lash extensions for years and they developed an allergy to the lash extension. So it was small, it would start out as a small reaction, and then if you continue to get them, it'll get worse and worse. So normally once you develop an allergic reaction to the lash extensions, you're no longer a candidate for the lash extensions. I like to do consultations, especially for new clients, for people who have never ever had lash extensions as well. And I also like to get you to fill out consent forms. So with the consent forms, this is basically getting information about you. I'm learning about you. I'm learning if you have allergies, if you have any breathing problems, your contact lenses, makeup, the way you sleep. Because the way you sleep as well can affect the retention of your lashes. And then it just gives you some instructions. I also give you instructions, aftercare instructions, and things like that. Brushing your lashes. There is, each client, every time you come, you get a mascara wand. My clients always fuss at me because every time they come, they are getting a mascara wand every time that you come. For you as the client, make sure that your lash technician or the company are not reusing mascara wands. That's nasty. It's not a good thing to do. So you just want to make sure that they use a new one each time. And I had this in my hand. I didn't use it, but we're still gonna throw it in the trash. Here's a question that I am always asked. Do lash extension damage your lashes? And the answer to that would be no, if done correctly. If not done correctly, they can and they will damage your lashes. I have been wearing lash extensions for 10 years. I don't know if you can see them, but I have some on right now. Thanks, Nay. So we have lash extensions. Again, I've been wearing them for 10 years and all of my lashes are intact. I haven't had any damage done to my lashes. The things you want to look for when you're doing it is you want to look for, are they sticking together when you leave there? Are they hurting? If they're hurting or they're sticking together, then something wasn't done properly. And so you want to make sure that that is addressed and that that is taken care of before you leave, because you don't want any damage done. Now, as far as sticking together, I have had clients to come to me and their lashes were stuck together. I don't necessarily tell them, oh, your lash technician stuck them together, because your lashes can also get stuck together from not properly taking care of your lash extensions. If you're not brushing them daily, if you're not cleaning them daily, then they can be stuck together. So it's not always the technician's fault. But if you're leaving there and you notice that they're clumped together a lot, then that is from the technician, because during that time process, the technician should be brushing your lashes to make sure that there is no sticking, going through with the tweezers, making sure that anything is not stuck together. Now, as far as you're in on the hygiene, you want to make sure that you're brushing them every day. You want to make sure that you are cleaning them so there is no sticking together of the lashes. How long does the process take? The process can take anywhere from an hour to 3 hours, depending for your first initial set, depending on how long the process takes would depend on if you're getting classic, if you're getting hybrid, or if you're getting mega volume. Sometimes when I do mega volume, it takes me about 3 hours to do that process because I'm making the fans right then, and also the lashes, the fans that I'm making, they may not always act right. So I'm trying to give you the best look that I know that I can achieve. So just know the first time, depending on the look that you're looking for, the type of lashes that you're getting, it could take anywhere from an hour to 3 hours. Are they permanent? They are not permanent. They go by the life cycle of your lash. The life cycle of your lash, normally your lashes shed anywhere between 2 and 3 weeks is when you would need to get your fill. So a person with a normal lash growth would want to come about every 2 weeks. I do have some clients that can go about 3 weeks. Their lashes does not shed as fast. Now also with the shedding, I keep talking about retention. You want to know the best thing for as retention, and that would also be the glue that they are using for the retention as well. But as far as the life cycle, for us as lash techs, we don't know what particular life cycle that your lash is in right then. So you may get your lashes put on, and that same day you may have about 3 lashes that fall out, which that's normal. Your lashes should shed, you should shed between 3, maybe 5 lashes per day. If you're shedding anything more than that, then you would need to talk to your technician to see why you're shedding more than that 3 to 5 lashes per day. Now, some of the other utensils, you have your tweezers. Depending on your lash tech, it would depend on which tweezers that they like. Some like the curved tweezers, and they only use the curved tweezers. Some like straight tweezers, and they only like to use the straight tweezer. I like to use both. Unless I'm doing volume or mega volume, then I use 2 curved. But just normal hybrids or normal classic, I'll use the 2 straight tweezers. You have the mascara ones that are used through the process, because again, the lash tech is brushing your lashes through the process. We have glue. This is your adhesive that is used during the process. This is also what your lash tech should skin test you with. Whatever glue that they're going to be using, and this is my brand. This is what I use. I get pretty good retention with this. I've had one client to have a retention up to 7 weeks with this glue. So I continue to use this when you come in and you get skin testing. Now, I do skin test you with 2 different types of glues. I skin test you with my brand, which is the normal glue, and I skin test you with the sensitive, which I don't have a sensitive glue that I use with my brand. So what I use is Stacy Lash Glue. They have a really good brand of sensitive, and it has a pretty good retention time. The eye patch. You're going to use this to protect your bottom lashes, so your bottom lashes are not getting stuck to your top lashes when you're getting the process done. Some people use the eye patches, some people don't. I really like the eye patches because they seem to fit the eye better for me versus just using tape, and they're more comfortable to me. But some people don't like them. So if they don't like them, then the next thing that we would use would be the tape. Can you pass me that tape? So we have tape that we use for the lash extensions. Now what I do is I use the eye patch, and I place the tape on top of the eye patch, because sometimes the lash will get stuck to the eye pad. And if it does, it's harder to lift it up versus if I have the tape, then it's stuck to the tape, then it's not as hard to lift up. Also, I have a few clients that do not like the gel pad, that only want to use that, and that's fine. If your person uses the gel pad or if they just use tape, either way is fine, as long as they're covering your. And we also have glue remover. So at some point in the process, if you're new, they may not have to use the glue remover, but if they messed up on the lash and the lash is not facing the way that they want it to face, or you have a couple of lashes that did stick together, and this is my brand also, you can use glue remover. I don't think this is a brand new one, but I use cream glue remover because the liquid sometimes get in your eye. So my product is a cream, and you just apply it to that area with micro swab to get it off. Throughout the process, I also use a fan to help dry your lashes as well. So this is something that can be used. Now if you're new and the person does not explain the process to you and you hear this noise, don't get nervous, it's probably just their fan. I also use a nano mister, and as you can see, it just mist out water. Now what this does, it helps to cure your lashes, so you don't necessarily have to wait the 24 to 48 hours for the adhesive to bond, but I still advise and like for my clients to wait that time period, because this may not always be effective and you still want the best retention as possible. Now what this is primer to clean your lashes with, and as you can see that they're just pads that has a liquid on there. And what we do is we take it before we start the process, clean your lashes, make sure that there's not any dirt or any debris on your lashes to be able to get the best retention. A lot of my clients already come with their lashes clean, so it's really good with that. The majority of my clients are really good about taking care of their lashes and keeping them clean. And just FYI, your lash tech can always tell who cleans their lashes and who brushes their lashes. So you shouldn't lie to them and tell them that you're doing those things and you're not, because we can tell. Okay, so I also use this glue primer. It also helps with retention, to have good retention. This is used after you're done with your lash extension process. What you're going to do is your lash tech, and your eyes are going to be closed during this whole process as well, so don't get nervous. What I do is I take the micro swab, I wet it, I apply to their lashes to get the adhesive to bond really faster, to cure faster. Curing and bonding is the same thing as that. Now, what I don't do is I don't reuse this and stick it back in here again. I take out enough of the micro swabs to use, and then once I'm done with this one, after I've applied it to the lash, then I toss it in the trash, and then I get another one, use as many as needed. Some people, depending on your lash tech, they may wash your lashes right after, and that helps with any itching or dryness right then and there. But don't you go home and wash your lashes right after. You want to make sure that it's done properly. So don't be surprised if your lash tech does that. Now I also want to say this: when you're coming in to get your fills, and if your lashes aren't clean and they're really, if they're really dirty, then your lash tech may charge you to wash your lashes if they're extremely dirty. So you want to be mindful, not only for your lash tech, but for yourself and the health of your lashes, that you want to keep your lashes clean. And I think that is all. So the next thing that we're gonna do is I have the mannequin head, and then I'm gonna show you. They know that I always, look, I have a big thing of hand sanitizer. I'm also a big fan of using hand sanitizer from Bath and Body Works, only because my hands are, I'll sit this on the floor right here. My hands are in your face. So if there's a smell or anything that's on my hands from like me taking a break or have eaten some food, then I'm washing my hands, but I'm also sanitizing my hand between each client, because if you have back-to-back clients, you want to make sure that your hands are clean, because you don't want to touch anybody. The next person, your person before them may have had on makeup, which if possible, you don't want them to wear makeup, but some of your clients come right before work. Some of them come right after work. So you want to make sure that your lash technician is always sanitizing their hands, or at least washing their hands. Here, so you're gonna have your lashes here, and I'm going to use this eye patch. So with this eye patch, clients, potential clients, people who are curious about them and does not know, it's going to depend on your lash technician on how they're going to place the iPad. Depending on the person's eye, I like to place the inner corners here with the smaller end or the bigger end. It really doesn't matter as long as you're protecting the bottom lashes. So what you're going to do is, and this is really tricky because it's on a mannequin, but they're gonna get it under here just to make sure that your bottom lashes are protected. So with that being said, sometimes the eye patch may not always get your bottom lashes in there. Oh my gosh, this mannequin, I haven't worked on a mannequin in a long time. Okay, so we're going to pretend that this is perfect. I've applied tape, which I have not, but I always apply tape under the lash, so to make sure that none of the bottom lashes are there. So again, what your lash technician is going to do, once they put that on there, and this is me, what I like to do, I like to brush. Then, of course, and we're also going to throw this one away. We're not going to reuse that on anyone. And we're going to take the primer. We're going to clean your lashes. Some people come and they have worn strips. So you want to make sure that you're cleaning, that they're cleaning your lashes. And you, as a client, you want to make sure that you try to get them as clean as possible, but sometimes the residue from the strip lashes is too much and you can't get that done. So we're going to go in and we're going to clean it and make sure. And even with me, sometimes what I like to do is, them tweezers not open. So let me get a pair of tweezers. Okay, so if I prime your lashes and the glue from anything previously has not come off, what I'll do is I'll go in here, I'll separate, and I'll just kind of gently, and of course this is a strip lash so it may not stick, but just gently do like this to make sure that the glue is removed. Then I will go back in and clean. And then what I do is, once I'm done cleaning, okay, I dry to make sure that it's dry. And then once it's dry, The next thing that I do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to have a glue ring with the glue here, and I'm going to dip it in here, and then I'm going to isolate your lash, which they're still a little wet, so they're not isolating well. But then I'm going to apply close to your baseline, but not right at your baseline. You want to make sure that they're not applying it directly on your baseline, because then that causes itching. It can cause an allergic reaction. Another thing that we did not talk about, I know you didn't see it, but these tweezers, they came out of Barbicide. You always want to make sure that there is either Barbicide or that there is a sanitizer that the utensils have been cleaned with. You don't want them to use the same utensils on you that they have just used on a previous client. Now, us as lash technicians, we have taken the course to know what to look for, but sometimes things haven't developed all the way. So if there is something that they had, just say pink eye or anything like that, and we couldn't tell right then, but it's developing, you don't want someone to use the same utensils on you that have not been cleaned or have not been sanitized, and they are spreading the germs. So with that, if anybody has like any questions or anything that you may want to know, you can inbox me. You can text me if you have my number or anything like that, so that I can get the questions answered for you.
Waste your time, don't you waste my time. I don't wanna waste